Another question that people have is regarding their primary residence. So let me create a scenario. Somebody's lived in this house for 30 years and they have $1 million gain in the property because they bought it for maybe $30,000 and now it's worth $1.1 million way back 30 years ago. People know that on top of this, the taxpayer that lives in the property, their status changed. They were married when they bought the property, but because of death or divorce, now they're single. And they've been in that single status for a long time. So what that means is, according to the tax provision under the 121 exclusion, then that taxpayer, when they sell the property, they would only get up to $250,000 of exemption that would protect them from the gain. So in this situation, they still have $750,000 they would have to pay taxes on. So people want to do an exchange. Could that work? Well, this is not something that works immediately. It takes planning. But IRS does have a provision. I like to call it the 121-1031. And what this allows is the taxpayer could utilize the 1031, but these are the steps they have to go through. So here they've owned this property for 30 years already, and they have this huge gain. So now years 31 and 32, if they rent it out for 2 more years, they move out and then sell it. So now in the last 5 years of ownership, they lived in it 29, 30, rented out 31, 32, and they sell it before the 5th year is up. So the last 5 years they have mixed use, with the last use being a rental. Now, when they sell that property, they legitimately can use take advantage of both tax shelters. And how that'll work is the 121 is the taxpayer's universal exclusion. So they'll get the $250 right off top because we're talking about a single taxpayer. And then the rest of the money of the gain that's left over, which is $750, they can utilize the 1031 exchange and buy investment property equal or greater to that $750, and they can defer all the tax. The beauty of this is this allows them to use their money to make money for themselves instead of paying all this money to the government. So by utilizing these, by understanding what they can do, and if somebody planned properly, then they can really help themselves